Breaking news. The state case has been closed. And we all know what it means. It is on this episode that I want us to address some of those things. The state today, on the 24th of July 2025, decided that they are going to close their case against the accused. Having done so, people have reacted. 2, the Department of Correctional Service have since issued a letter addressing the situation that has happened between them and accused number 5, Fisoguhle Ntuli. 3, people are saying the state does not intend to give the Meyiwa family because Kelly Khumalo walks free, unaccounted for, or nobody calls Kelly Khumalo. With that being said, I have a duty I'm duty bound to give you information. I'm about to insert a video where Advocate George Baloyi, who represents the state, confirms that today, the 24th of July 2024, that they are closing their case. Now, this has prompted people to ask serious questions. Hence, Kelly Khumalo's name is currently trending. Questions were asked, and we will be interrogating that. 3 names have been have come out or comes top. 1 is the name of Kelly Khumalo. People are asking, how did she survive being called by the state? Number 2, it is Kelly Khumalo's mother, Khumalo. Why is she not being called? Because she's not just a witness, but she is an eyewitness. Number 3 is Mapiri, who it has been alleged that she went there and she cleaned the crime scene. Those are questions that people are asking, and I'm about to share that with you. But before we can go anywhere further, maybe we should insert the video. Advocate George Baloyi. Then we will read the letter that speaks about accused number 5 and the correctional service. There's something to be said about that. The fact that they moved wherever they were just to have accused number 5 brought to Khoshe means a lot. It's personal. Okay? Listen to Advocate George Baloyi here.
And on that point, my lord, that concludes the leading of the evidence for the state. Okay. And we close the state case. It's precisely 3 years since the state started leading evidence, and the state now formally closes its case.
State case closed. Yes. Yes.
Okay, so I want you to notice something. Accused number 5 is moved from Khoshe to Lukop, and he is admitted in the same facility. So he will move from CIMEX to CIMEX, or maximum to maximum. The question that I want you to ask, just this question: if that's the case, then why does the correctional service seems to have a problem with him being moved from one facility to another, but it's the same facility? It tells me it's personal. It's never about facts. It's about the fact that we want to show you that we're in control. With that being said, let me read the letter coming from them. Correctional Service dismisses false claim of torture involving inmate Fisoguhle Ntuli. The Department of Correctional Service (DCS) rejects the contempt with the contempt it deserves the unfounded and misleading allegation of torture made by inmate Fisoguhle Ntuli in court. These claims are baseless and appear to be part of a growing trend by inmates to manipulate the system and avoid accountability of their actions. On about 18th of July 2025, during a search operation led by the National Commissioner, Mogote Samuel Tobegale, inmate Fisoku Tlantula was found in possession of a mobile phone. In 10, strictly prohibited with correctional facilities. A security official present during the search questioned the inmate about the device, to which he admitted ownership and confirmed the usage. The search was conducted as a professional and orderly manner. At no point was the inmate subjected to torture or any other of ill treatment. The offender fully complied with an official throughout the process. The confiscated mobile was handed over to the South African Police Service, SAPS, for forensic downloading and further investigation. Based on the offender's conduct and associated risk profile, he was reclassified and subsequently transformed to CMEX facility in line with existing correctional procedure. I'm not going to read the letter until Jesus comes back, as Judge Rata will say. God, the bottom line is that they are disputing everything. Everything that is written here. They are saying we don't have anything to do with everything that is written on this. We actually reject this. It's not me, it's them. I want to take you to Khumalo walking free. A lot of people are asking questions. Do you remember, at first I asked you this question: whose interest does the state represent? Ordinarily, the state represents the public's interest. Then I said to you, more than 80 to 90% of people are saying this is not the right people. So in that case, or on that breath, who does the state represent? Let me leave it for you to think about it. Rhetorical question, in fact. One journalist, Khumalo, says the state closing its case in the Senzo trial means the defense can call all the witnesses the state had on its list and did not call. They can also call or subpoena their own witnesses. This is where people of interest such as Khumalo, Mapiri, Absalom Zungu fixture. Okay? Very interesting. Another person said, my heart bleeds terribly in that Khumalo and her mother, they knew. Okay, let me continue. Of the House of Meda were never brought in. Another MPA epic failure of an expensive run trial that brought nothing to the bereaved family but heartless. Hey, you know, I like the fact that you are raising a point of NPA in all of this. I like that. I like that. I will live to know if ever there's going to be accountability or not. But let's continue. How? When Khumalo, a key witness in the case, who witnessed the Senzo Mayewa death was not called? Is this mafia state? I don't know. One thing I know is that the state does not intend to call Khumalo. And for me, that's a question. But let me proceed. Somebody says, tempting as it may seem, defense must resist calling Khumalo. She will be a hostile witness. She will come and behave like Tumelo and the dog, identify accused and deny ever meeting them before the day they were stormed their house. Yeah, that is what people are saying. What do I say? Well, I am saying there's one thing that I want you to notice, that like, suddenly, now that we have come to the end of the state case, did you notice that a lot of problems now are arising, and most of them are coming from the side of the state in terms of how the accused being mistreated and everything. It seems like they are now playing games where they disturb the accused because they are done with their case, the state. So now what they will do, they will subject them to more cruelty, so to disturb them mentally, so they do not present their case properly. That is the aim. That is what they are aiming to achieve now. They want them disturbed. They want them to, they want the accused to be disturbed mentally, to disturb the process, so so that they are not fit to present a case that will defeat the state's case. That is what is currently happening. 2, it is targeted at Absalom Zungu as well. You could see that they are moving towards there. 3, they are scared, because if they were not scared, the case that they presented before court, they would have been comfortable enough just to allow the accused to do whatever they want to do, as long as it is within the parameters of the law. But for the fact that they are going all out to distract, it simply means they are not even sure of their own case. They know that whatever they were doing there, it's just nothing but shenanigans. Number 4, I've never seen such a ridiculous thing ever since I've followed cases where a state comes to court with a case that they don't even know what's the nature of the case. Here's an example. They take a case where they themselves do not know whether it's robbery gone wrong or it was a contractual killing. They go to court and argue everything and anything that comes to their mind, they argue it. Here is number 5. When they were busy bringing documents together, what did they call it? What was it? Was it contractual? If it was, then why did they fail to present a contractual? Why were they scared to present a contractual taking of the Senzo Mewa's life? The reason they failed, it is because there was never evidence to suggest that. 5 or 6? 6. Robbery gone wrong. The reason they went to court with both robbery gone wrong and contractual case, it is simply because had they decided to take the idea that it was a robbery gone wrong, they knew it will never succeed. So it was finder. Let's see what we can get. Number 7. We would love to see people getting suspended, simply because we take that we are being disrespected broad daylight by everything that is being done in this case. We take that there is so much disrespect. There is so much disrespect that people are wasting our time. Honestly, I'm losing patience. I'm losing focus on the Senzo Mewa trial, because I honestly don't think that we will ever witness justice. I don't think they ever intended to deliver justice. If they will ever deliver that, I don't think there should be, the same prosecutors should be involved if ever it happens that Kelly Khumalo get arrested. I don't think the current crop of investigators and witness, state prosecutors, I don't think they should be involved, because clearly they've demonstrated beyond reasonable doubt that they had no intentions of delivering justice. Nonetheless, we have learned quite a lot. What's your take about the fact that somebody says they must resist the temptation of calling Kelly Khumalo because she will be a hostile witness? That's what somebody says. But what's your take? You, having witnessed everything here, having seen everything here, what's your take about that? Give me your thought and your opinion in the comment section below. I'll definitely see you guys on the next episode.